YouTube! I am Pinstar, and this is Good Company Strategy and Tactics, Episode 6. So, in our last episode, we got some things shuffled around. We got our new Valin regulator planned out, mapped out, and all that good stuff, and we've got a massive move. We uprooted all of our assembly stuff here, and we've got a couple of places that we gotta get situated. So this, my friends, is our brand new, oops, forgot to delete an erroneous thing. This is our brand new assembly thing. This is the Thibaut zone. For the moment, it is humble. We are going to give it product output 1, and that's it, because that's all we're doing here. But in time, we will be unlocking more global buffs that we can slot in here to make this a real powerhouse, as it were. Now, that being said, we do need to situate this to make sure the primary thing that we got to do, first and foremost, is to make sure that our assembly here of our existing tables continues unabated. We do not want to lose out on any of our other stuff that's already good, because, well, yes, we are left with 117,000 in the bank. That ain't gonna last, because we're gonna have a little bit of a hiccup in our production timing here. So we want to make sure that this place gets up and running as quickly as possible. So before we distract everybody with the Valin regulator and the assembly therein of all the parts, we want to make sure this place is set up properly. Now, I did grab a couple of spare modules, but we need to set up our throughputs, our in and outputs. So what we're doing here is, in this one, I have it set up for the output, the logistics for the completed products. Over here, though, this one is going to be the inputs. Now the inputs are going to be all modules. Of course, we want our stylish cases. We want our battery stacks. We want our LED arrays, but there's something else that we're going to be doing with this specific palette. We are also going to be feeding the Valin regulators. So we also want LED matrices. Now, since this is going to be a very high usage palette, we may as well set up additional redundancies for all of these. We actually only need one of those here, 1, 2, there, and then get a couple of those. And we'll adjust these up or down as needed. But we're not going to actually start building the Valin regulators right this moment, because again, we got to make sure this is up, and we also need to get the components set up for the Valin regulators. By the way, these are welcome to JC's Junction, where we have all of our component production for the Valin regulator ready to rock and roll. What are we going to do here? Module output, duh. Component output, duh. Because now that we're making these circuit boards, those are considered components. So boosting their speed is certainly worth it. And just like before, we want to seed this area. Get this all set up. In fact, let's see, those are, yeah. Well, hang on, before we seed these areas, let's manually just dump some of these on here. Stylish cases. Oh, we even have a finished good here. We can stick you on there. Also, we want to make sure that these shelves have room for all three. Alright, you're good, you're good. You have room for 3. Alright, you're well stocked. You are well stocked. You are well stocked. Everyone's pretty well stocked when it comes to, actually, this one could use the extra 10. There we go. Good. All right, now let's set up our logistics. So we have our properly named thing, and this is why I'm glad we named our routes properly. The raw materials route does not change. but the modules route does. So what we're going to be doing here is, yeah, we can leave this one alone, but we want to change you to here. And we're going to drop all of these off. Perfect. And it's the same ratio for the virtual pets. The LED matrices are going to be coming from a different place, but we'll set that up once the modules are ready to transport. Now, the other route that we're going to be doing is setting up a delivery. So we're going to add courier pallet. We're going to grab that one, add courier pallet, and I believe, yes, that's the correct one. And this is going to be absolutely nothing but butterfly mamas. Because each of these slots can only hold 3, but if we repeat them constantly, then we'll be able to have an entire pallet's worth transported in one go. So we pick up all the finished goods from Shona's storehouse. Well, actually, it's the name of the pallet. It's actually not. It's the bow. We drop it down here, get ourselves an employee. So that takes care of that. Now, one other thing that we're going to want to do is up our imports here. Let's get a bunch more plastic. Let's get a little bit more EU. Let's get a couple things of metal. Get another couple of things of EU. Because we're going to do some manual seeding here. In fact, I'm going to do some manual seeding here in just a moment, and we'll be right back. Okay, so we've done a manual seeding, but now we need to set up our courier here. So we are going to call this calculator raw materials. And just like before, we're going to take a little of everything: chemicals, metal, plastic, wood, electronics, and we'll double up on the electronics. We shall add a courier pallet. And again, we're going to go off of the same pallet right here because that's where all the raw materials come in. And because we've upped our imports, it'll work out fine for both of our places. And we're going to drop these off at JC's Junction. So pick up, up, down, 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 and down. That should create the objects necessary, yeah, here. But let's up the ratio to match what the courier can import. Now let's add some modules. We're going to add modules because now we're going to need a courier that takes the finished modules from here and loads it to our assembly area. So just as before, stylish case, LED array, LED matrix, and battery stack. I'm going to give the LED matrix a double. And what the hey, we'll give the battery stack a double too. Just to match the courier here. And then we have 6 slots to do whatever. Yeah, I may come up with the thing. We might just expand our module holding. We'll figure it out, but for now it's good. Now we need one more route. Well, actually more than one more route, but for the immediate moment, one more route. Going from JC's Junction to the same module here, and this one is going to be calculator module delivery. And again, same ratio as before. So 1 stylish case, 1 battery stack, 2 things of LED matrix, 2 things. Actually, I think we did another battery stack, but either way, it should be fine. So we pick all these up, drop all these off, get an employee in there. Oh, speaking of shifting employees around, We don't need nearly as many employees here. Now, we don't want to fire them. We just want to remove them from the role. We need one person left here, because we still need someone to shuffle around our goods. So these people, we are just going to just transfer to over here. Did I put a person on the... I did not put a person on the calculator raw materials. Need that. Did I put a person on the virtual pet delivery? Module delivery. Oh, I never even named this. Virtual pet delivery. Perfect. All right. Now that everything's been seeded here, we can do a mass hire of just the modules. We're not quite ready to hire this up here or even state them. I'm purposely leaving these unstated so that these shelves do not attract any attention. We'll get to that when we've built up some modules. We just need to stabilize our primary product. So right then, employee view. Let's go for JC. Actually, in order to... Yeah, we do need some people in JC's Junction. We'll hire our idlers there. I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Every junction here. And one more for good measure. We don't want to go too crazy. And then same goes here. We're only hiring for these areas. For the bow. 1, 2, 3. We'll do 3 for the moment. That will expand. All right, now let's do our mass hire in JC's Junction. So everything that needs an employee in JC's Junction is getting an employee. This will be, as you can see, that cost us a lot just straight up. And we're going to take a hit in the financials before we stabilize, which is precisely why I'm doing this. And actually, just so our boxes... oh, no, we just lost some of that. You know what? We're going to steal some of your wooden cases so that we can bring them over here and get them started ASAP. There we go. And our friend here is officially competing with us in the virtual pet market. Now competing is, I mean, it's not that bad. They're only making 13 of them, but this is our turf, punk. We will have to advance the market to show them who is boss. Oh, one other thing. And I almost forgot to do this and would be very sad. There's something I'm going to do. I'm going to switch around one of my goals before we complete it. So this right here, I have 2,000 modules transported within its own. We're almost done with this. And it gives us a walking speed bonus of 5%. I don't actually want that. Well, let me preface. I don't want that right this second. So I'm going to cancel it. Now you might be saying, well, Pinstar, you're almost done with that. What the heck? Because I want this one. Have 200 products transported between zones by courier employees. Now that we've shifted our assembly off thing, now we are going to have products transported by courier employees. Why take this instead? Because it gives us picking speed of 5%. Now, what is picking speed? Well, in a little bit, we are going to unlock another global perk, and that is when I'm going to go on my big, not rant, but my big lecture on picking speed and why it is good. But in my opinion, picking speed is better than walking speed, so we're going for this. And I have utmost confidence that even though we're about a third of the way through the quarter, this will be completed before the end of the quarter. And then, yeah, 300 virtual pets will be good for as well. All right, she's diving into cassette players. That doesn't bother me at all. So yeah, we just had one of those picked up, and it looks like, yeah, almost all of our people are going. This guy right here is actually programmed to go off of this directly. Just because I could fit the table in here, but I can't really fit a bench in here or a shelf in here. So yeah, he's just gonna do that. It's easier once the modules start flowing. And yeah, this whole department is humming. Once we start getting a good supply of modules sort of built up here, so what I want them to do is I want to keep delivering the modules and let these tables all fill up so that we don't have people pausing for this, for lacking a specific material here. Once they're all situated, then we'll be good. We need someone to take these off of there. But yeah, see, this pallet's already getting pretty good. Unfortunately, our pickers don't always prioritize the proper thing. There we go. And now we have a nice, pretty darn full pallet of these. So our income stream will be a minor speed bump, but we'll be good otherwise. And with every pallet full of these things that we deliver, we're going to jump up in our logistics here. Yeah, we sold 5 virtual pets. That was our boom in production. Unfortunately, they couldn't get there quite fast enough. Now, what this person's going to do is they're going to take it off of the delivery pallet and put it on one of the storage pallets. Every one of these will sell whatever product's on there. It just makes room. All right, so what I'm going to do now that we have some of these modules coming here, we're going to prime the pump. We're going to, for these 3, we're going to set up the Valin regulator, but we're not going to hire people just yet. We're going to wait until this shelf is full of all of the necessary ingredients, as it were. All right, we got our small stepper motor. That's good. Let's see. I want to keep like getting low-hanging fruit, things that I might not necessarily use right away. Let's get a small compartment since we're going to be in the territory of bots. Pretty much like all the 300 ones, because these things also give us plus 10 market, the blue stuff, the purple stuff, discovery points. Thank you, Gabe. So we might as well grab those even if we don't intend on utilizing them fully. We could go down the case route as well, but those are a bit longer. But we'll take the two cheapos before we go diving any deeper into so we got 2 sets of deliveries coming here. You don't have anywhere to put your batteries. Huh. Well, let's give you some room to put your batteries. Let's up our storage here of our modules. Make sure there's no bottlenecks. We may need a second deliverer because this is a bit of a haul. In fact, I think I am going to put a second person on the virtual pet modules. That way we get more regular deliveries. And we are officially in the negatives, but I'm not afraid. All right, we have our small shelf here. So now we can hire people to start making the Valin regulator. Now, at the moment, this is not ideal because the Valin regulator requires 4 different goods, and therefore we only have room for 2 final goods. So there's going to be some efficiency losses, but not for long. Don't you worry, I got you covered. Now, where are these Valin regulators going to go? They're going to go here. This is going to be our output thing. So nothing but Valin regulator finished goods. In the same way we use this pallet, our courier can escape out this direction. But now we also need to give it a destination over here. We will. Yeah, we'll put you up there. This will be Valin regulators, sell order, maximum please, and then we can add more pallets when we need to. But we do need to set up our courier route. So we will take the bow and put it down here. And just as before, we're doing nothing but Valin regulators. Pick up, pick up, pick up, pick up, pick up. Down, 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 down. 1 employee. Nothing at the moment, but... Alright, now these... One thing I noticed was that for some reason these don't link up. Or at least I don't think... Where are these linking up? Yeah, they don't link up for this one automatically. I don't know why, but we can override them. If you ever, it's an anomaly if they're not using the shelf that you want them to use. So just override them when necessary. But we're going to do the same thing as before. We load up the Valin regulator designation, but don't hire people yet. Wait for that shelf to get fully stocked, and then we start actually adding the employees to start producing it. And that will slowly ramp up our production while not sapping too much from our present market here. Yeah, because we're still firing all cylinders with our virtual pets with the Butterfly Mama Mark II. Oh, and we got all of our stuff here too. So we will hire, and hire. I'm going to give these guys a moment to restock themselves before I put that on. Pocket computer A. Huh. What do you got? Display fidelity, battery, but also processing power. Yeah, that's not one we're gonna go down. At least not at the moment. Maybe, I mean, not never say never. But we're not situated to go down that route yet. We're getting there, though. We're getting there. All right. This is firing. I like to check on our things just to make sure nobody is like idle because they lack materials or something's full or some other nonsense. Just to make... Oh, how did these get here? These don't belong there. See, this is why we check on these things. Oh, yeah, we have a lot of these LED matrices. Here, have a refill. All right, well then, in that case, we'll start angling for here. One thing I am waiting for, though, and this is when my explanation for everything will come. Yeah, we definitely need more logistics people here. As we add more of these, I needed to add more of those because, yeah, these people are full up here. We need people to get stuff off of there. Yeah, we keep dancing in and out of bankruptcy, well, negative funds, but we'll be okay. somebody pick those up, please? Yeah, these are just all full up, but we need somebody to grab. Thank you. Ooh, immediately full again. Somebody, we had a couple people that were got lucky strikes there. That's good. Some lucky double productions. And this is already ready. Okay. All right. Well, in our next episode, we will fully flesh out our Valin regulator here and get ourselves hedged into that market, and go into some even further improvements once we complete some of our company goals. So if you guys like this episode and you want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment, good, bad, or indifferent. Your feedback is always welcome. So until next time, this has been Pinstar signing out. See ya!